Firm everywhere. Fusion Firm here. Fusion Firm. Fusion Firm. That's so. You know what? Let's try out the Fusion Firm. Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. And it's Thursday, so we're back working on the Revell 1956 Ford Thunderbird, the one that we're trying to make look like it just showed up on the showroom floor, brand new vehicle. And if you'd like to get caught up on this build, there's always a link down in the description to a playlist, get completely caught up to where we are right now. And where we are right now is working on the chrome. So we're still working on the chrome, trying to get it to look nice. If you remember from last week, chrome was pretty bad on this kid. It was bad. So the first thing I had to do was strip the chrome and start cleaning it up. And there was a lot of flashing on the chrome. And then I went ahead and painted it black because I took a lot of your guys' advice. And I've just seen it a ton, the Fusion Firm stuff. So I've seen this Fusion Firm everywhere. Fusion Firm here. Fusion Firm. That's so. You know what? Let's try out the Fusion Firm, huh? So I'm giving it a try. Let me actually move the car out of the way, and we'll bring the chrome over, and you can kind of see the final result. Or yeah, well, I guess not the final result. I painted this today. So, and I by the way, here's the Fusion Firm I'm using. So I've got the silver and then the protective lacquer. So we're going to do both. But I read the box. I am, I don't know. I'm the unusual one, and I read the instructions. And we have to wait 72 hours. And I don't doubt that, because any chrome I've used, you have to wait approximately 3.5 years before you can ever even look at it, or it will dull on you. So I'm gonna wait the 72 hours. I'm taking Fusion Firm's advice, and I'm gonna wait the 72 hours. Then it says you can spray the lacquer and then wait 24 hours. So that's my plan. So actually, here's my plan. 72 hours, which from today would be like Sunday morning. But I'll wait till Sunday evening. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll wait till Sunday evening. Then I'm just gonna kind of check the chrome out. I don't even want to breathe on this, to be honest with you. But then I'll check the chrome out and make sure if there's anything that needs to be touched up. Now, here's the fun part. If there's anything that needs to be touched up, i.e. the underside here of the chrome, well, that's another 72 hours. And I have a funny feeling that's going to be the case. We'll probably be waiting another 72 hours, and then I can start shooting lacquer. So this is, it's a crazy process, but and it could take as many as 7 days. But 7 days, that equals next Thursday. So it should be good to look at how this turns out next week. And if you're as curious as I am, make sure and check back next Thursday to see if this chrome works out. But I did get it sprayed. I did take most of your guys' advice, and I'm using the Fusion Firm. I've been wanting to try it anyways, because I was kind of teasing in the beginning, but I have seen it's become a very popular chrome to go to, I guess. So it must be okay. So I thought I'd give it a try. Oh, I know something I wanted to mention too. I didn't realize how this stuff worked, so I was airbrushing it. I got the airbrush out. I looked up, you can clean it up with alcohol. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty, just rubbing alcohol, that's pretty easy. And then so I opened the bottle, and it has a brush. I had no idea. That it had a brush. Does this have a brush? Oh, it does. So the lacquer has a brush too. I'll probably spray the lacquer, but I did actually spray a first coat. I had it all set up, so I went and sprayed a coat, and it came out okay, but it would have taken multiple coats, and then I'm thinking 72 hours. I don't know if I wanted. So I said, oh, let me try the brush. So this is actually brushed on. So if you're like me and you've never used this stuff, use the brush. It floats. It floats out beautifully. I'm very impressed by that. I thought, I don't want to brush chrome. You're gonna really see brush marks with chrome. No, it really floats. So, advice for me to you. You already know this though. Use the brush. don't worry about pulling out the airbrush and all that. But anyways, we're gonna take another look at this next week. So be sure to check back. We'll see how this all turns out. It could just be a dulled out nothing. I don't know. We'll find out next week. But there's one other thing I wanted to talk about also is I wanted to start, since we're still waiting on body paint and whatnot, and we got to do it anyways. I want to start running the fuel lines, brake lines, and that kind of thing. And in the past, what I've always done is just taken my wire or whatever, and you just run the lines. But I thought, let's take it one more step. Let's take another step of detail since we want this to look like the real thing sitting on a showroom floor. Let's actually build out some clamps, some fuel line clamps, brake line clamps, that kind of stuff that we can use to run the fuel line with. So I started modeling out, got a little project going here on some clamps. And so I started modeling out the clamps. You can see this is 0.3 millimeter solder that I'm just kind of running through it, which works great. You can run the solder straight through it, so that'll be easy to use for lines. Obviously, this is 5. We're not going to run 5 clamps in a row like this, but you can see how that they're working. But I was kind of putting it in here, and the clamps are a little big. They're a little bit big, so I've actually gone back to the drawing board, and I'm just sizing them down just a little bit. I think that's probably what we're going to need. I don't know. You guys let me know. Yeah, let me know. Don't you? I think the clamps are just a little bit on the big side, especially if we were to use them. If we were to use them in the engine bay or the engine compartment here, I think they definitely be a little bit on the big side. So, anyways, as we speak right now, I'm sizing them down. I just want to point out a project that I'm working on because I'd really like to get. I think it'd be nice to have some really clean looking clamps with a little bolt detail on it and all that kind of thing to use, and just paint them up, and then you have your clamps, right, to run your wire everywhere you need to go. Plus, I'm also thinking about the F100. Now I know it's not Tuesday, it's Thursday, but I'm going to mention the F100. I've got LED wire I need to turn into a wiring harness, and then that needs to be clamped around the bottom of the car. I think these would work well for that too. So I think there could be a lot of application for these. I just trying to get them the right size. I really wanted to hear what you guys thought. In fact, let me pop one loose and just kind of set it on the car. Actually, that's upside down, but you get the idea on the size. I mean, they're not ridiculously comically big, but I think they're just a little bit on the big side would be what I have to say. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you have to say. We'll see how they come out smaller also, and we'll take a look at that next week. We got the chrome for next week. Hopefully I'll have the body paint for next week. And you know what? This kit's about done. I know it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it, but it really is about done. It's a matter of just finishing the paint, doing the small details on the underside, and then getting chrome that will work for the bumpers and the I don't know, the hood and all. Just come back next week and check it out. Hit that subscribe button so you don't forget. We're 10,000 subscribers, working on 20. You could be 10,000 whatever. Anyways, we're working on 20. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the hype button. Hit all those, but do all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. I got to resize some clamps. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.